Hello there everyone, welcome to Mike Unroll. Once again, we're going to do a recipe today. Today I'm cooking some vegan calzones from the Herbivorous Butcher Shop recipe from their Facebook videos. Why am I making these? Because I need to prototype this because I'm making a whole bunch of them for my wife's 50th birthday surprise party.
We're going to start out with making some chopped onions. Got a nice little manual food processor here that my wife picked up. Chop up these onions into lots of little pieces. As you can see, that chops up pretty nice by hand. Now we're gonna slice some pepperoni that I get from the Herbivorous Butcher Shop. It works really good on pizza, and this will work great in the calzones. Here I am using a serrated knife that works pretty good to go through this pepperoni. It really does taste very good. Now we're going to saute the onions and the spinach and some garlic salt with chives in there and just various seasonings that we're using for adding to the calzone. Adding the spinach to the pan was my first time of doing this, but it turned out pretty good. It shrivels up real nice and ends up adding a really nice flavor to the calzones. As I said earlier in the video, I was making this for my wife's 50th birthday. It was a football themed birthday because she likes the Vikings a lot. She has all these Vikings gear that she wears. And so we all kind of surprised her at this location where she was able to watch football and enjoy her food. Here I'm cutting up some mozzarella cheese, kind of doing the food prep before I start assembling things. This mozzarella cheese comes from the Herbivorous Butcher Shop. It works out really well, melts real well, and I use it on pizzas that I make myself. People do ask sometimes about vegan cheeses and how are they to work with and stuff. These cheeses that we get from them are fairly soft, but not so soft that I can't cut them with just a regular cheese slicer. If you wanted to shred it, I've heard recommendations of putting them in the freezer for a little while and then shredding it there. Now I'm getting ready to roll out the dough. This is a vegan dough. Pizza dough specifically, but as you can see I can use it for other things, and it works out pretty well. This was my first attempt at making the calzones, so here you'll see I'm just doing it by hand. I didn't really have a large enough rolling pin. What I eventually did after making this first batch, and while it was cooling off, I ran to a local grocery store, or like Target stores, and picked up a actual rolling pin so that I could roll out the other ones, because this took a long time trying to do it by hand. Here I'll insert some footage of me rolling it with the rolling pin. You'll see it turns out a lot easier, a lot more consistent thickness. That was one of the problems with these first ones, is that the crust was so thick that on the outside edges, when you take your first bite, mostly all you got was crust. And now it's time to assemble the calzones. Here we got some capicola, which is essentially like a ham. Vegan, of course. This is again from the Herbivorous Butcher Shop. Just lay it out in sections, basically 1/2 of the calzone dough. Fold it over and pretty much just do a few final touches on the end. Here I'm adding the cheeses and adding the spinach. You might notice if you check out the Facebook link that I give for the video for making these, that I did forget something here. And what it was red pepper flakes. I forgot in actually my first 6 or so of these that I made, I forgot the red pepper flakes and remembered just at the very end. And as I fold these up and get them ready, kind of crimp them together. And we'll put some olive oil on the tops, cut some air slices so that the steam can be let out of the inside when it's cooking. Throw some sea salt on the top, throw it in the oven, and we'll be ready in about 20-25 minutes. And into the oven it goes, and then almost right back out. Like I said, about 20-25 minutes. Don't those look lovely?
Food is cooled off. It's ready for a taste test. Let's see how it is. A little warm yet, but we'll give it a shot. Color turned out really good. So let's see. Got a little bit too much crust there. Went to the store and got a rolling pin while this was cooling off. Gonna roll this stuff out better next time. I've got 12 more to make. Let's get a better bite. That's good stuff right there. Got a little bit of spinach, a little bit of flavors, capicola, pepperoni. Once I get some marinara, dip that in there. It's going to be perfect. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. I might cut some video in there of me rolling a little bit better. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone that's watching. All kinds of ideas, all kinds of videos coming up. We'll see you next time. Bye.